Good morning, Delaware. We have a foggy, smoke-filled air this morning. I hope everyone is taking care of themselves, and I hope some of those weather fronts come through and help out our friends in Canada and help out our air quality here in the States. So welcome to Friday. If you do feel like getting out tonight, there's some fun things happening in downtown Delaware. It's totally rad with the Late Night Delaware. If you pop onto social media, you might see a picture of me from about 1989.
Oh, I did.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, really?
I am posing in my local Bag and Save, which had a movie rental facility, and they brought a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Do you know which one? It was the purple. Is that Donatello?
No, this was orange. He was orange.
Oh, he was the orange one.
And I should know, but I really wasn't into, but it's one of my best. I mean, my outfit is so rad.
Well, just saying movie rental.
Yeah.
Yes.
That dates it right there. So you're going to get into some totally tubular things in downtown Delaware if you go and hang out tonight, if you feel like breaching the air quality alert.
That is so
Happy
radical.
Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's get into it. We've got a lot to talk about this morning. That voice that you just heard is our guest, Lori Kipfer. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on your show.
Absolutely. Lori is one of our trustees on the Delaware County District Library Board of Trustees. She also gets all around the community as a substitute teacher. And so we're going to talk about how the library can help with teaching and all of your educational opportunities whenever you need the library to come in and assist. So that'll be our subject of the day today. You won't want to miss it. But before we do that, we're going to talk about books.
We are going to talk about books.
Mark found the picture.
Everybody go find the picture. It is
So
very
cute.
worth it.
Look up Late Night Delaware. You'll find it, along with other downtown business owners in the 80s. That's
It's
pretty
fantastic.
spectacular. Yeah.
It is fantastic. So I have to say, I was on vacation last week.
Yeah, did you read?
So I did.
Okay.
Now, it wasn't the 80s, but I had a challenge to read a book from the 90s.
Okay.
Goodreads gives you different challenges, and it helps me stay, doing something new. And I hate to admit this. I am a librarian who had never read Jurassic Park.
Oh, wonderful.
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton's.
And my gosh, did I love every second of it. I mean, it's sad that as I'm falling in love with the Grant character and remembering bits of the movie, we lost him, at this time.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody, in honor of him, go grab Michael Crichton's book. From page 1, I was locked in.
Mm-hmm.
And my vacation brain, you're wanting something fun. You're not thinking, but you are thinking. There's a lot of science in this. Michael Crichton, I wanted to be like, oh, this is just me. It's a popular book. I'm going to hate it. Yeah. And then I love every one of them.
Why do you think it spawned the movie series that it did? I mean, because it at least began with a good original concept.
It began with a great original concept. And of course, if you haven't read Jurassic Park, this is the story of a man who decides that he is going to fund and figure out how to bring dinosaurs back. And to bring dinosaurs back, it's not going to be for scientific research. It's going to be for an amusement park.
Why? Why not?
Well, I think it's always interesting to read a book that's been made into a movie.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Or see the movie and then read the book.
That's
Either
right.
way.
And this one is a great comparison because this is one, normally I say read the book before you see the movie. Well, it's been years since I've seen the movie. So this was a really fun one because I did picture the characters playing the roles. A couple of them didn't fit their roles to me, oh my gosh, why is his name? It's because I've only had one cup of coffee. The guy who was in The Fly.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh,
Thank
one of
you. I
my
was gonna be
favorite
like,
actors.
I know if I say that, somebody will help me.
I've been talking about him actually a lot this week, so I'm like, I can't escape Jeff Goldblum this week.
You gotta love Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
He is the only one that I feel like
Was miscast?
not miscast. He took the character in a better direction.
Oh, better direction. Nice.
The rest of them really fit into the characters as they were in the books, but Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum playing a character. He can embody that, but he's going to bring his own taste to it without destroying the plot. And so, that one I think is really fun to kind of have that awareness. So I may actually say flip the script. If you've never seen the movie, watch the movie, go back and read the book. You're not going to lose anything. You just get a little more add-on. You kind of picture things a little differently.
Different perspective.
Different perspective. It helps to kind of remember what the dinosaurs look like. Like, If you were a dinosaur kid, you're probably fine, but I was not.
In the book, they're using the names of all of the
Yes.
dinosaurs, and in the movie, you're just like, oh, yeah, that one with the tappy toe. You
And
know?
they describe parts of it, and you're like, that terrifying
That one with the long
part.
neck.
Yes,
Exactly.
the one with the long neck. And you're kind of picturing it, and you're kind of like, but what did that one look like? So maybe watch the movie first so those dinosaurs really...
Michael Crichton probably didn't describe it as, that one with the long neck.
Yes.
He probably said Brontosaurus.
Well, and if you have a middle school or high school student at home, that might be a book you could get them interested in. reading.
Absolutely. And I won't lie, if you're getting ready to go camping, you start thinking you're seeing dinosaurs out of the corner of your eye everywhere you go. I know I should have been probably more worried about bears, but dinosaurs.
That's amazing.
I was just looking everywhere, checking the sky for them. You know, it was lovely.
You're not
Clever
safe.
read for summer.
It was a clever read. I had not thought about it as being just a perfect summer read. But if you're not looking for a romance beach read, my gosh, go pull Jurassic Park out.
That's fun.
It is for all of us.
Good recommendation.
Yeah, that's a perfect one to like get back into. The ones that have, maybe we've forgotten about for a while.
Thank you, Goodreads, because I don't think I would have thought to read Jurassic Park, but you were like there, and I was like, I probably should read that one.
Let's do this.
It'll be okay.
Right.
It was fantastic, everybody.
Well, Lori, I know that when we were talking before the show, we gave you permission that it's okay to talk about a book that maybe you don't necessarily 100% agree with, or maybe you didn't 100% like fall in love with it. So what was that title?
Well, before I talk about that, I
sure.
want to piggyback
I love
that
it.
I also read a book that was about a movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was Me Before You.
Oh.
And they made that. I was not crazy about the ending, so that's why I decided not to talk about that book.
Right.
But loved the beginning.
Yeah.
Didn't like the ending.
Did the ending change between the movie and or have you seen the movie? I haven't seen it or read it.
I haven't had the heart to watch the movie. I read the book, and it was so hard. It is a hard book.
So anyway,
No spoilers on this
I
show.
know that we don't have much time, so I'll go on to. But I just wanted to say, Me Before You book movie.
Also, we're going to be on a theme today when we get to mine. You'll see.
Yes. So I did get a recommendation for a book called Born Lucky. I do have a heart and a passion for special needs students. I even call them unique needs because we all have needs.
Right.
But Lucky was actually a name that the doctor gave this little boy when he was born. And now he's a very successful news person. And his dad dedicated a lot of his time to helping him. And it does talk a little bit about what it means to be on the spectrum. Because some children, they're very severely autistic, almost to a nonverbal point. And then some kids are very mildly autistic. You maybe wouldn't even know it. They're all very, very bright. But I didn't want people to read this book and think, if I do X, Y, and Z, or if I do A, B, and C, that I'm going to have the same result.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. But I'm a nonfiction reader mostly. I love to learn about people that have had a challenge and overcome it.
Right.
Which I think if you read it from that perspective, that would be good.
Yeah.
But if you're and these parents, I see them drop off and pick up every day, and they love their children so much. I just would not want them to get the wrong idea. Because not every book they're just people, we said.
Yeah.
The people that write books,
Yeah.
it's their opinion, it's their experiences.
And so, you're able to kind of take what you can from that story and apply it. But also, I think that's a message to listeners and readers that you don't have to agree 100% with the book, and you also don't have to take everything from that book. It's okay to kind of be like, well, I like this concept, not on board with that, but
take what you can, and
this tool can fit in my toolbox. Yeah,
it is called Born Lucky. If you'd be interested in reading it, and it does talk about the challenges on the playground, and it was written before and I taught for 33 years. I'm retired now. I'm subbing. We've come a long way with kindness, a long way.
Yeah.
And I think when this, he's an adult now, but when he was a child, people weren't quite as inclusive.
Yeah.
But now I don't see any kids picking on others, or you don't see the bullying. There's zero tolerance for that now.
That's right.
So I would say that's the good part.
Yeah.
That's come out of that.
Yeah.
Very good. So if you want to give it a try, called Born Lucky. If not, it's all right. And that's what we do on this show, is we got a little that we like, a little that we don't like.
And there's millions of books to read.
And millions out there,
And if
absolutely.
you want to research the stuff you don't like, we've got lots of books with lots of different views. So come on in.
That's
we got
right.
something for everybody.
That's right. Well, I have, I'm going to continue our book to movie theme today, except
Love this.
mine is about 3,000 years old. It's called The Odyssey.
Oh, you did the Odyssey.
Now, I will preface, I have not read it. I do want to. But as you can imagine, with tonight's blockbuster movie opening with Matt Damon and Christopher Nolan and Anne Hathaway and all of the stars in it, this book is a little bit popular right now. So there are copies that you can get, ebook, audiobook on Hoopla right now. I want a very specific copy. And when Hannah Simpson has been on our show in the past, she's talked about this copy. It's The Odyssey as translated by Emily Wilson. And Emily is the first woman to translate The Odyssey in the history of the 3,000 years that this book has been has been in existence. So, and Emily is still alive and with us today. I listened to a podcast with her and Madeline Miller, who wrote Circe, with the New York Times, The Daily, last weekend. And it was just amazing because Circe is a character that's in The Odyssey that Madeline Miller took and adapted into her stories.
Circe's a great book.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And then, and so having Madeline and having Emily Wilson on the podcast along with the New York Times, The Daily podcast host, it was just really beautiful to hear this female perspective of this story. And one of the reasons, if you don't know the story of the Odyssey, we have Odysseus. He is a king. He was off fighting in the Trojan War. 10 years he fought, and then he's trying to make his way back home to his kingdom of Ithaca, but it's also going to take him another 10 years to get back home because of many obstacles that have been placed in his way, some intentionally cursed by the gods, some not so much, just by happenstance. And as he is making his way back, you know, it's the journey, it's the Odyssey, it's how is he going to make his way back home. But Homer, of course, in this epic poem really outlines very well-structured characters that you would not have thought to outline well in that time. For example, his wife Penelope, sorry, getting into gods, but his wife Penelope, she is being courted while she is at home. Her husband, the king, has been away for 20 years, and all of these other men, 108 of them, are coming to try and, you know, take his place. You know, oh, your husband's probably gone, but I will happily take his place.
I mean, that is a small chunk of time there.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little there.
And but she wants to stay loyal. She believes he's still alive. And so she is presented with wit and cunning in the way that she keeps the suitors at bay respectfully, you know, of the time. There are people who are in positions of, you know, serfdom and peasantry, and they are presented with wit and cunning and intelligence and things like that. Just stations in life that people would not have been given the time of day in that time of our world. And of course, Odysseus, he is not coming back because of, you know, he's a master warrior or anything like that. He's kind of a chameleon. He survives in this scene because of this aspect of his personality, and he changes. He code switches. He comes over to this part of the you know, whenever Circe takes him over, and she's been eating men and killing men, and kind of she's the critical like man hater of the story. He kind of keeps her at bay, and he stays alive, and that's odd for her, but it's because of his chameleon-like atmosphere. So I would recommend the Odyssey if you have the opportunity. I am going to wait. I'm going to watch the movie. I'm going to wait until I can read Emily Wilson's translation of it. So I am in line for that at the library.
Well, I wanted to say that I saw an interview with Matt Damon. He said he's made 80 movies. This is the most difficult movie he's ever made.
And I think
Wow.
he said
The
it was the
Martian.
proudest. Yeah. He's incredibly proud of this one. So with that, we are going to take a break. We'll be back in the second half of the show to talk with Miss Lori Kipfer about how the library can help you with your school resources this year. So stay tuned. We are on our literary odyssey as we have completed 10 years of the show as Off the Shelf. So we fought our Trojan War, and now we're in our journey back to something. I don't know what it'll be, but we're heading back.
Our journey back to
true librarianship. Oh my gosh, that sounds so snobbish. But what kind of library show would it be if we didn't have a little bit of snobbery? Welcome back. I'm Nicole Fowles. That's Molly Meyers LaBadie. And we have with us this morning Lori Kipfer.
Good morning. And I wanted to piggyback on something you said. I'm on a list for a book that's very popular that I have not read yet.
Yes.
J.D. Vance Communion.
Yes.
And I started off at 90. Now I'm at 80. So
you're just watching it tick away as you.
So again, be patient in the library. They do have the popular books.
They do. We do. And if you search on our catalog, there is usually a little button that says "While you wait" if there is something that's very popular, and it'll recommend some other titles for you.
Well, guess what else I learned when I was at the library? I did not have my card with me. I was very embarrassed as a board member, but I switched purses, and they said you can put your card in your Apple Wallet.
You sure can.
So I wanted to just give a little plug for that.
You should download the app, Delaware County District Library. You can find it on every. You can find it on every app store where you get your apps, and search for our library name, and then you can upload your card to it. You have it digitally in your wallet all the time.
And they were able to look up from my driver's license. They were very accommodating. I go to all the branches, and I just can't say enough great things about the staff. They're fabulous.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So you have a pile of books in front of you this morning, Lori, that all are of a specific theme. So tell us about what you've got there and how it relates to your work with the library and your work in substituting.
Well, I also want to give a shout out to the library. I am doing this summer camp, summer school at Olentangy for students with special needs. And the library does come as their outreach. And they did reading and singing with the kids. Loved it.
Yes.
They did. They came in June, and they'll come again in July. We have 2 sessions. And our theme this year was oceans. And it's really important. We have the students for 3 hours to keep them busy and engaged. And so I went to the library and got some picture books about the oceans, all kinds of things. Kings of the Oceans, Heads and Tails Underwaters. Those are 2 of their favorites. They love jellyfish and starfish and octopus. And a lot of these books even already have the critical thinking questions in the back for me because on their IEP, many of them have reading comprehension.
Yes.
Right. So it just saved me a step. I could read the book to them. They read along with me, with my finger, and then we ask the questions at the end. So these books have been an invaluable resource to me. And I'm doing a long-term sub job. I mentioned this last time on the show, middle school technology. And if anybody knows me, they laugh out loud. But so I went to the library, got some books for my students. Yeah. And if you don't have time right then to look or to wait, you can give the help desk your list or ask them to help you pull some books. And in a few days, you get a text or a phone call and you can go pick up your books. It's just almost like ClickList.
Yeah. Yes. That's a great analogy. It is almost like ClickList. We do try and make things as easy and accessible as we can.
So if any of the people at any of the libraries are listening, I really appreciate their hard work and their help. And there's many, many teachers out there. Yes. I'm sure you've all seen the school supplies and the stores.
Yes. I can't believe it.
I know.
So we're getting ready for school. So I thought this was a good, timely topic.
Go ahead, Molly.
I was going to say it's a beautiful topic for right now. I mean, you also brought something in that's not only great getting ready for schools, but oceans. If you're heading to the beach, don't forget, you can get your kids excited.
That's right.
Yes.
We have a really wonderful partnership with Supplies for Scholars. That's coming up on, I wanted to double check the dates, August. Oh gosh, now I've just ruined it. Okay, July 23rd is their big date that they do at Willis Education Center, 10 to noon and 4 to 6. So that's your school supplies, and the library always has a presence there. But you bring up a great point, Lori, that the way that, maybe you gathered some of these books is maybe you went into the stacks and you just kind of pulled some ones out, or maybe you reserved some online. But our librarians do provide a service that is for people specifically who are in education.
Yes.
It's for, homeschool teachers. It's for substitute teachers in a traditional teaching role. And then even people who work at a daycare. If you need a curated collection, that's what our librarians love beyond anything else, is to get a topic, get a grade, get a reading level, or something else like that, and just say, I need 30 of these books. Are you able to put it together? And we do have a process, DelawareLibrary.org/teacher. You can see all of the ways that we get into the specifics of that process. But we do it specifically for people like you, Lori, and classrooms, so that, we can maybe take a little bit of that, stress off of your plate. Like, let us take care of it.
Don't be embarrassed to ask, because all of the libraries, for example, the children's department sections in a different place, and then the nonfictions in so every time I went right to the help desk and I told them, and they took me right to the shelf, and then I was able to look through the shelf, and it just was a really pleasant, fun experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's called a teacher's collection that you can do too. To get a teacher's collection, you actually need to get a teacher's card, which is pretty exciting, because have we gotten you a teacher's card yet?
I do not have a teacher's card.
We should get you
Lori, we need to get you a teacher's card.
We'll put that on our list of things to do.
Because it'll give you more books you can check out that are not on your account. You can have so many books lost, because our goal is to get books in the hands of the people who need them. And a teacher getting the right books, like getting books on the ocean and the sea, in the hands of our students who may not have an opportunity to get to the library on their own. That's what we do. We want to provide those materials. So we try to help teachers out any way we can to make sure you've got what you need for your students.
Well, they really helped me with summer camp in the summer school.
It is a really great service. Stay tuned for a guest. We're going to have Jen Rui join us from Delaware City Schools in the first 2 weeks of August, one of those first 2 weeks. And we're going to make a special announcement about those teacher collections and the educator cards during that particular episode of Off the Shelf.
So this was a good teaser.
This is a great tease.
teaser.
Absolutely. And so, when Jen joins us on that show, we're going to talk a bit more about how that program is expanding this year. But we're very excited. But it always exists, DelawareLibrary.org/teacher, and let us help you get those curated collections ready for your classroom.
And on that site, there's a lot of other resources for teachers, too. There are so many things we can do to try to support what you're trying to accomplish. We're not here to do the teaching, but we are here to support the teachers and the parents.
Tool in the toolbox. We mentioned
it's a tool in the toolbox.
It is. I've got another quick, like we made an oops, but it kind of forced like a yay. So in our in our summer newsletter, in our Check It Out newsletter, we advertised for Mango Languages. And Mango Languages is a language learning software that we subscribe to as a library. It's just as good as Duolingo, and you get multiple family accounts in one login, so you can track your learning and everything like that. Well, we advertised that we had American Sign Language, only to find out that actually that was an extra package that we didn't pay for at the time.
Have it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And thanks to a patron, they said, "Hey, I saw this advertisement," which yay marketing.
Yeah.
But then they said, "But I couldn't find it," and we said, "Oh no!" And so now we have American Sign Language. So thanks, Joe.
Shout out, Joe, taking care of us.
Right. So if you want to learn a new language, or if you want to learn American Sign Language, that's just again another tool in the toolbox for your learning resources.
good to know.
It is really wonderful.
A team effort.
Yes.
Hey, we are coming to the end of Summer Reading Club.
No.
We just have 13 days left.
I saw those great prizes when I was there.
So make sure you continue your reading. Your kids, ages 12 and under or so, are trying to read 12 hours before the end of July. Teens and adults are trying to finish 4 books. You're going to get some really great
But
stuff.
I'm confused. Didn't summer just start last week?
I know. It feels like it.
I was talking to my friend Terry Morgan yesterday, and we were just saying how fast summer has gone.
Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that the fun, though the countdown is on, the fun is not stopping. We still have programs happening every week, so you're going to want to check out our event calendar online at DelawareLibrary.org, and you're going to want to make sure that you're subscribed to all of our newsletters because we tell you some of the best things that are coming.
Yeah. And, I also want to do a little shout out on America 250. We're not done yet, people.
No.
This is still 1776, me celebrating 1976. And get those books on presidents. Go see these local places. We've got books to help you get those travels with your family in here right at the end, little day trips and things. Send the library an email. They'll send it my way, and I can help you find all those presidential sites for your kids.
Well, and speaking of movies, Young Washington was really great.
Yeah.
That is so on
Tom
my
and I
list.
went to see that on Sunday. It was fantastic. So,
Alrighty.
Speaking of movies,
I've read a lot about Young Washington. I can't wait to see this.
That brings us to the end of our show, folks. It's been a fun one. Stay safe.
thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, Lori. We will have you back again soon, I am sure. And Molly and Mark, until next week, we'll see you in the stacks.
See you in the stacks.